the interdependence between organizations and information systems. So if you look closely, this is a very, very nice depiction of an organization. So if you look at here, you see information systems. What does that mean? That means software. You know what software is? Hardware, data management, telecommunications. So this is your IT department is in charge of purchasing hardware and software and installing it and running it and making sure that this all runs smoothly. Then you have managers and the business people, and they know about the strategic business objectives and business processes. We've heard this before. We know the 6 of them. So the business firm, if it's a for-profit, it's to make money. If the organization is not for profit, then you need to know the mission statement right here. So how are you going to have your organization meet its mission statement, make a profit, or meet its mission statement? How? The 6 business objectives, right? So there's a disconnect. There's this big line in the middle. MIS practitioners exist to join these together, right? They understand the mission statement and what it is that the organization exists for. And these guys know a lot about software, hardware, telecommunications. And now the MIS practitioner says, listen, any investment we do on this side must somehow help us achieve our 6 business objectives. You remember the coins phrase. You need to have that, and that's a terminology you need to know. Very nice picture here, right? So now if we take a look at this next figure, there's a rectangle in the middle, and this is your information system. So all your information systems take in input, process, and output, right? And the IT guys are in charge of this, but it exists not just in the department of IT, it exists inside the whole organization, right? Everybody in the organization has to use it to add value to the organization. Not only inside the organization, but outside in the environment. You have information systems that the customer uses. The customer uses your information system. You're our customer, you use our Moodle and our email, right? Or an e-commerce site where their customers use it, right? Very important that the customers are outside the organization, but they're using the information system of an organization. Suppliers, right? So suppliers may have to use your information system. How do you give them access? What are the benefits? Why should they use your information system? Very important to consider. Regulatory agencies, this is a big deal in the US with taxes and so on. Stockholders, right? How they see the values. Adding value for a publicly traded company specifically means dividends and return on investment for the stockholders. And of course, it influences your competitors. So they want you to do is take a big picture look at not just like this, not just, oh, we have some information systems here and objectives. No, it's all together, and it exists within an organization and within an environment. Next, we have organization. So MIS is the study of people, technology, and organizations. The organizations, they have a hierarchy, right? Senior management, middle management, operational management, knowledge. So these are management up here. And then under here, you have knowledge workers, data workers, production or service workers. And here you have the levels of a firm. Now, technology in general, not information systems, technology in general replaced people that weren't managers, right? So not nowadays, but in olden days, say, take, for example, agriculture. 50% of the workforce used to be employed by agriculture, but now it's less than 1%, right? Because the machinery, the technology usually takes care of the factory workers or the agricultural workers. If you go into, if you look at place that produces cars, for example, they used to have a lot of factory workers in a car factory working there, and if you go in now, you have a lot of robots. So technology usually takes away the jobs from the workers. However, nowadays with information systems, what we're saying is that information systems, you don't need as many of these because it's easier to make informed decision makings with it. information system. So a question I like to pose to my students, reflect on, is this the case in Belize? So you guys are all getting your bachelor's degree to become operational managers, senior managers, owners, and so forth. So the information systems are taking these jobs away. That's what the textbook is saying. How will that affect you? Are you worried about that? Well, if you've been listening to this lecture, what I keep saying is, in the Belize context, we are not yet utilizing information systems for informed decision-making, improved decision-making. We're not. So therefore, we still rely a lot on the managers. So right now, in the foreseeable future, until we make this big change, there's not that much of a worry. Good news for you.